Yo, what's going on, guys? KrispyFlakes here. So international players are a huge part of the NBA. I mean, there's so many great legends and current players that just come from different countries outside of the United States of America. So for today's video, on the screen in front of you, you have to build your starting five of all international players. So I want to see if you guys can build a better starting five than mine. What I'm going to do is put my team together, and then I'm going to simulate an entire NBA season. I'll try to go 82-0. I don't know if that'll be possible or not, but I'm going to do my best out there. And yeah, I'm just really curious, like what type of teams you guys put up with. So let me know what they're looking like in the comment section below. And also, if you want to go ahead and go on 2K and simulate it, let me know what your team's final record was. So here we go, guys. We have so many great players to choose from. I'm not necessarily going to pick like the best players in each case, because you want guys that like work well together. So I mean, like Joel Embiid and Rudy Gobert, I feel like those guys could not play together, although they're two of the better centers on here. Of course, I mean, they're all great centers, so you know what I'm saying, right, guys? All right, here we go. As far as the first player I am going to go with, I mean, it's no doubt, man, the guy from the Milwaukee Bucks, one of the MVP caliber players, Giannis Antetokounmpo. I have so much respect for him, guys. It's absolutely crazy. Just because, where was he drafted? Like, wasn't it like 17th overall or something like that? Yeah, he was the 15th pick in the 2013 NBA draft. So many teams passed up on him, and now he's making them all pay. Plain and simple, guys. I mean, he could have been drafted by the Cleveland Cavaliers to play with LeBron James, but at the same time, I feel like because he had that chip on his shoulder from being, you know, kind of slept on in the draft, I really do feel like that helped him to become the player he is today. So much respect to Giannis Antetokounmpo. I hope he gets MVP. I mean, James Harden's playing great basketball too, so I think it's going to come down between those two guys. All right. Next up, we are going to go with a man on the Dallas Mavericks. He is a rookie. You guys knew this was coming. Luka Doncic. So, yes, Doncic this season, once again, man, just like bringing excitement to the Dallas Mavericks basketball team. It's absolutely nuts that they are going to be losing a 20-year guy in Dirk Nowitzki, and instantly they get a new international player, Luka Doncic, that looks like a future superstar. I mean, as of right now, guys, he's playing like an all-star. So, I don't know, man. Just everything he does out there, from his step back to getting other players involved, throwing it down, you know, in traffic. He's absolutely fantastic to watch. I love watching him, man. So much fun. So, yeah. I'm happy that the Dallas Mavericks got their future guy, Luka Doncic. I know they did have to, you know, trade away their draft pick and trade away next year's draft pick, but I don't know. Like, Luka Doncic obviously is better right now than Trae Young, so I'm pretty sure they're happy with the outcome of that. All right, next up, we are going to go with a guy from the Toronto Raptors, and he's actually one of the most improved players in the entire NBA, guys. It is Pascal Siakam. I respect what he does out there. 84 overall in 2K. Look at his stats, just in case you don't know too much about him. I mean, great mid-range game. He's got a decent three-point shot. Can definitely be a catch-and-shoot type of player. He's got a 80 dunks. So, I mean, a slash into the basket will be great off of Luka Doncic and Giannis Antetokounmpo in the pick and roll. Both two great playmakers. I know his defense is really good, too. Has great lateral quickness. As far as rebounding, I mean, you know, not going to grab every single rebound out there, but we got other guys that can do that. Really what I was looking for here was a glue guy. Somebody that could play that 4 spot, stretch out the floor a little bit, be athletic, do all the hustle plays, because those guys are just as important as anybody else out there. I mean, yeah, we could have got like a Ben Simmons or a Danilo Gallinari, but I feel like what Giannis and Luka bring offensively and playmaking-wise, we needed a guy like this on the team. So much respect to Pascal Siakam. I really wanted him to be part of this video just for that case. All right. Next up, we do need a point guard, and we got a few good ones on there. You got Jamal Murray, you got Kyrie Irving, Ricky Rubio, Ben Simmons, to name a few. Actually, yeah, that's all the guys that are listed, right? But of course, I'm going to go with the man from the Boston Celtics and Kyrie Irving. Now, the reason I elected to get him over somebody like a Ben Simmons or a Ricky Rubio is because there is a star small forward on this team in Giannis. Kyrie knows how to play with star forwards. I mean, come on, man. He won a championship with LeBron James. So I feel like, you know, at times he can make the clutch plays, but at the same time, he could play off of Luka and Giannis, and that would just be fine. I mean, shooting stats are off the charts, too. And, yeah, man, big fan of Kyrie Irving. Love his handles out there. I actually got some Kyrie 3s. I think they're like two years old now or something like that, but I remember I got those. I don't really wear my basketball shoes enough, because whenever I personally go to the gym, I always go with the mindset that I'm going to go, like, running or something, so I got running shoes. And then I just always end up playing basketball anyway, so maybe I should start packing my basketball shoes. Just a little off topic right there. And then finally, we need a center. And this was actually pretty tough to think about, man. I mean, you got Joel Embiid, who is one of the better big guys in the entire NBA. He's listed as a 92 overall player. He does everything out there, guys. Post offense, strength, rebounding. I know he's a great shot blocker. You also got Jokic, who you could probably say is a bit better when it comes to like stretching the floor, which would be important in this case, having Giannis out there. Rudy Gobert, defensive oriented. Karl Anthony Towns. He's having a fantastic season. So I decided to go with my favorite of the bunch, just because I can't disrespect Steven Adams either. Come on, guys, Steven Adams. The OKC Thunder would not be nearly as good without him. So yeah, I decided to go with my favorite one in this case, and that is going to be, where's he at, man? Nikola Jokic. He's currently my favorite player in the NBA. I love his post-up game. I love his playmaking ability at the center position. I think it's extremely underrated. I love his ability to stretch the floor. So I feel like on a team with Giannis, this would be great for ball movement, catching some of those guys like Giannis and Siakam on the cuts, but at the same time, help spread the floor for some, because Giannis is not really the best three-point shooter out there. So yeah, man, that is going to be my personal starting five. Let me know your guys's in the comment section below if you can build better than that. Now, keep in mind, man, try to keep it somewhat realistic, because you're not going to run like Rudy Gobert, like power forward or something like that. I guess you could go Jokic at the 4th spot, but I thought for like speed purposes, this team made the most sense to me. So let's go ahead, guys, and simulate to the beginning of the regular season. Okay, so here is the starting five. Do I think they can go 8-2-0? It's definitely possible, but the Golden State Warriors team still remains untouched. So, that would actually be one hell of a battle to watch out there. Here we go, man. Let's go ahead and simulate through date and see how this team does right here. And let's talk a little bit about international players. So let me know in the comment section below. I know I got fans from all over the world. So who are some players from your country, in particular, as we lose to the Boston Celtics, that you think are going to become really good NBA players one day? I know there's like all sorts of type of leagues out there and things along those lines. So let me know in the comment section below. Like, tell me a bit about your culture and stuff like that. If you're from a state, or I'm sorry, from a country, or a different continent, or whatever out there, man. And yes, also, I guess I got another question. Who are some of your guys' favorite international players of all time? I know personally for me, Dirk Nowitzki #1. Dirk Nowitzki is one of my favorite players of all time, just in general. I'm gonna miss him when he retires, guys. I actually just read an article about how his minutes are gonna get pulled a little bit by the Dallas Mavericks, and it made me sad a little bit. Just like, this is the end of an era of Dirk. 20 plus years in the NBA, guys. Absolutely unbelievable. Of course, I love Steve Nash going back to the Phoenix Suns days. He was just so much fun to watch. He always had like eyes in the back of his head, so that was crazy. And on another note, Enes Kanter. Let's talk about him for a second, because I just read something about how, because I know as far as like I know his father was arrested in Turkey, and I just heard something about how they have like a warrant out for his arrest now. So does that mean that like the Turkish police can come to the United States and arrest him? I don't know if that's how that all works or not, but just what a scary thought, because you do know that they probably don't just want to like arrest him. There's probably other stipulations to all this, which would just not, that's something I would not want to be sleeping with over my head every single night. So I don't know, give me your guys' thoughts on that out there. But yeah, wow, this team's actually like, they're doing fine. It's a really good record, but you look at those damn losses out there, and I guess it does make sense, because we do have a really good team, man. It's a stacked team, but you can even argue that, like, due to like Pascal Siakam was only an 84 overall, that this team is still not as good as the super starting five of the Golden State Warriors. So it makes sense that we didn't go 8-2-0. Was not really expecting that out there. But yeah, man, just when it comes to international game, I know there's guys like Yao Ming, you just got pages like homage to out there, where it's like, yes, he's done so much for the game out there. I love Yao, another one of my favorite international guys of all time. Just, I wish he could have played more throughout his NBA career. But anytime you have like a 7-footer that gets those lower body injuries, it's really hard to bounce back from that. I know he always had problems with like foot injuries, which makes me a little nervous about Kristaps Porzingis. Just gonna throw that out there real quick. But this team did end up with a record of 67-14. They have one more game against the Hawks. I imagine we could beat them. And I didn't see we won or not. But here we go. MVP going to probably Giannis. Nikola Jokic, okay, at 24 points, 16 rebounds, 11 assists, 2 steals, and 1 block per game, while shooting a healthy 37% from 3. Rookie of the year, Luka Doncic. Now, those are good numbers, but the fact he was playing 40-game minutes, I feel like they could have been a little bit better. But 18 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists. Thing about him is that he just does everything out there. So, yeah. Dennis Schroeder, 6-man. Giannis Antetokounmpo as defensive player at 28 points, 13 rebounds, 8 assists, about 1 to 2 steals and blocks per game. Even his three-point shot got nearly 30%. Jordan Clarkson most improved, and this dude as coach of the year. All-NBA first team. I saw Kyrie on there. All-NBA second and All-NBA third. Very curious what the other, how like Pascal and Kyrie did out there. So let's go to the player stats. And we got Kyrie leading the team in scoring at 33 points, 5 rebounds, and 7 assists. While Pascal got 14 points, 8 rebounds, you know, an assist there, and a little defense with the steals and blocks, but shot about 10 times per game. Shooting-wise, this team all shot pretty nicely out there with the exception of Pascal and Giannis. That's why I wanted to get like Jokic and Doncic and Kyrie just to kind of negate that a little bit. Those are the rest of the stats for you guys want to see all that. Giannis had about 70% for his free throws, 83% for Pascal. Is Luka Doncic not a great free throw shooter? Like 74%, I feel like that could definitely be a bit better out there. But here we go, man. Here we go. All right. Let's go ahead and simulate these playoffs. First round, we do have the Charlotte Hornets. I thought it was pretty cool, the standing ovation that, or is it ovation or ovation? I don't know, man. Whatever. that Tony Parker got from the San Antonio Spurs in his return. Another one of the great international players of all time from France. And here is the closeout game. Giannis at 48 points, 13 rebounds, 8 assists, 36 for Jokic, 25 and 11 for Kyrie, and a nice 11, 9, and 10 for Luka, while, you know, Pascal got 17 points and 21 for Kemba Walker. Tony dropping 10. Next up, Indiana Pacers. Simulate current round right here, man. And as you do see, we are rocking the Gotham Dark Knights because, you know, Batman's cool. Although, I don't know, I've not really been, like, a big fan of, like, the new, like, DC. I like the Dark Knight with, like, the Christian Bale. That was my favorite. Batman, personally, at least, I don't know. I don't know if he's my favorite Batman, but the Joker is really cool. So, don't really like the new, like, DC. I don't think anybody does, though. All right, next up, we got the Boston Celtics, who made it here without Kyrie, by the way. So, props to them on that. Y'all better not lose to them, though, man. We're trying to win this NBA championship. And we do have the finals that I was hoping for. Golden State against the Dark Knights. Here is the closeout game. And here we go. Simulate current round. See how this goes. Y'all, come on. Yo, don't lose goals. Come on, guys. Come on. Oh, my God, man. Not even freaking Batman can save this damn NBA. Wow. Yo, guys, I gotta say real quick here, too. Speaking of the Golden State Warriors, over on my second channel, Extra Crispy, link to that in the description below. I did a reaction video to the Golden State Warriors 50-point first quarter. It was absolutely nuts. Just goes to show, man, like, this team is making these damn 82-0 challenges and these rebuild challenges so tough. But it's a lot more fun that way. Makes it a lot more, I don't know, just it's a better feeling when you win those against teams like this. But anyway, hope you guys did all enjoy this video. Let me know in the comment section below what your team is looking like. If you can look at the chart at the beginning of the video. Thank you all so much for watching, and peace out, my friends.